Okay, this video we're going through the practice this, page 6 in your POGIL. So decide whether the following is an A for acid, B for base. So remember our signature ion for acids are H's in front, and our signature ion for bases are OH's in the back. So we see an OH here, we're going to say B for base. We see an H, we'll say A for acid. OH is a base, OH is a base, H in front is an acid, H in front is an acid. So that's the easiest way to tell if it's an acid or base. Now, which properties would be an acid, a base, or you'll have to rate out both? So taste bitter, bitter is going to be our base. Litmus is blue, is our base. Can conduct electricity is actually going to be both. They both do it. And then litmus red is going to be our acid. So these are just the properties from the first page. Decide whether the following is binary. So remember, a bicycle has two elements, or two wheels, so we have two elements here. And then oxy or ternary, ternary meaning there are three, or oxy meaning there is an O. So we have one, we have two, so this must mean it's a binary. We have 1, 2, and 3 elements, so this one's going to be ternary, or we could say that it's an oxy acid. Hydro gives us a big clue. Binary was the one that had hydro prefix, so we'll see that one's a binary. And then our last one, we have 1 element, 2 element, 3 element. We're going to see that that is our oxy or ternary for it. Now, if the H plus of a solution is 2.0 times 10 to the negative third molar, what's the OH minus? So we have to go back to our KW. KW is equal to 1.00 times 10 to the negative 14 molarity squared is equal to our H plus, which was given, times 10 to the negative third m times x, which we don't know. So then we're going to solve out. So we have to divide both sides by... Good. Oh, so sorry, I wrote it twice. To the negative third m here, and then we're going to divide it over here too. So we're going to divide our coefficients. 1 divided by 2 gives us 0.5. We're going to add a 0 for sig figs, and then we're going to have negative 14 minus 3, so we're going to add those up. We're going to have times 10 to the negative 11, and then one of them cancels out for it. Now, if we had to look at if it was an acid base, remember, keep your number in mind. But we would see 1, 2, 3 at the negative third is our H plus, all the way at negative 11 is our OH, so we would say that this solution would be more acidic. Now, determine the pH. So pH is equal to the negative log of H plus, which is given, of 3.0 times 10 to the negative 8. Now, we know pH doesn't have a unit, and this 8 lets us know that our answer should be near and around it. You do need a calculator for this, so remember to find log. You look under the second, and you look for log. So we're going to put our negative symbol. Our negative is right next to our enter to the left side. So negative log, and then 3.0 times 10 caret negative 8. We get 7.52287874.5. We count over 2 6, and we get 7.5. Would this be acidic, basic, or neutral? We would say it's basic because it's not quite at 7. So only if it's right at 7 do we say it's neutral, because it's a little bit farther, it's barely basic. Okay, number 6, determine the H plus if you have a pH of this. So we have to use the antilog. So 10 caret to the negative 2.35. So 10 caret negative 2.35. And we'll see we get 0.044668636. Count over 1, 2, 3. So we can write it as 0.00447, or we can put it in scientific notation by going second, DRG, choosing psi, and we could see it's 4.47 times 10 to the negative third. Need a unit of molarity if we're talking about concentration. So now, is it an acid, base, or neutral? You can go back to the pH. Remember, at 7 it's neutral, anything less is acidic, anything greater is basic. So we would see that this is acidic, also because we'll see that it's closer to 0 for that. Okay, thanks for watching page 6. Practice this. Hopefully you've gone through your POGIL and you'll hand it in perfectly.